Salutation, anglers! Figured I'd try something new to say hello. We're back here trying to finish the Silver Rank Bluegill Challenge, but we need to go back to the store. And the reason for that is we ended up in our last video acknowledging that we don't have all of the right size hooks with us. So we're going to make sure that we've got a size 8 with us, which I don't think we even own, but I do think we need to finally purchase some things from the store. So, yeah, welcome to the Play Along series. Before I go any further, if this is your first time checking us out, you might want to start back at the beginning of the series. But basically, we're going through all of the journey challenges. We've already completed the Tutorial Academy. That's a separate intro series that's linked. Actually, no, that one's not linked. You'll see it, though, in the channel in the playlist section. And right now, we're going through, we're not touching any of the favors except by chance as we get near them, if we see them, but really challenging or going after the challenges on the challenge boards. We've knocked out a good chunk of the Diamond's Peak challenges and the Silver Strand, and now we're in Ruby River Range. What we're doing is we're taking them out one by one, except for the gold ones. We're going to save those for the end. And actually, I forgot. I said that there were 3 challenge boards. There's actually a 4th one to the south here. I forgot all about them because that's where we're going to get more of our trout types of missions. So we actually have a lot more missions to go through. So yeah, the idea is here to not sit back and relax, to not approach this as a playthrough or a walkthrough, but to instead boot up your game and find the video. If this, hopefully this might be it, but if not, find the video that we're going through the challenges that you haven't completed yet, and play along with us. So you'll boot up the game, play the game, watch the video at the same time, pull up a similar setup, or maybe one you've got in your mind that you want to try out, and let's just knock these challenges out together. With that said, we're at the store here because we're trying to knock out that silver rank bluegill, and we just don't have the right hook. No, excuse me for a second. I gotta get some coffee here in my belly. My throat needs it too. Mm-hmm. It's the best way to start a video off is to chug some hot stuff. Oh, I swear that's the elixir of life right there. Or hot tea, probably. But that's it for me. All right, let's look at it. So, I was right. We do not own a size 8 hook. We are purchasing one right now. I don't think we're going to need 2. I think we're okay with this for now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. We don't have really much, we don't really need much else either, except I want to make sure we're good on bloodworms. We're good-ish. How much to just knock them out? I'm not ready to make that commitment just yet because I think it's time to upgrade our tackle box again. So I'm going to purchase this one because I'm tired of coming back. We're getting to the point where we're just buying a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this tackle box expansion because I think right now we've got enough of a setup to get us by, especially since we've got a lot more of the intro challenges at the other challenge board waiting for us. And we're going to get to level 25 in no time. And I do know that the gear for level 25 is, 22 I should say, is a bit more expensive, but not that expensive. Like if you really need a spinning rod, I think we can afford one by then. If anything, we're gonna be getting into the bait caster setup, and 25 is where we're at. We're already halfway there. So I even if I look at the reels, I think we're gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that investment now and purchase this 3rd tackle box up, or actually it would be the 4th tackle box upgrade. So there we go. That's gonna give us 10 more slots. The next one's gonna cost 5,000. It does get exponentially more expensive, but we're gonna get 10 now. So if we go back to, yeah, we're not going to need any of that stuff right just yet. I think we're okay. I do think I think we're okay on 20. If I need to buy some more, we'll just go buy some more. It's really not that big of a deal to come back and get some more bait. We'll just use what we have for the time being. All right. So we're gonna set up our rods. Actually, let's get to a spot first, and then we'll set up our rods. Excuse me. So we're rolling over. Excuse me. Right over to this big old tree. There's a little jetty here. Now it doesn't. We don't actually need to catch a bluegill here, even though this is where the map told us to go originally. But we'll be able to catch one here. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to catch one here. So let's go check out our gear. So we've got our feeder rod, which is the one I want to set up with the size 7. That's right. And I might keep that on hot dog actually. Let's see, a bluegill. It's redworm then hot dog. We have competing fish here. We've got the sunfish and the perch, which is what we just saw. So I don't want to go bloodworm immediately for the bottom fishing on the big hook. I think I want to go with the hot dog. It's a little bit of the least. It's not as preferred as some of these other species all seem to love the bloodworm. In fact, when I think about it, that's the one I should have purchased more of was the hot dog. Oh, give me 1 second. Hi guys, so I had to deal with something here at the house, and I turned my mic on mute and I forgot to unmute it. So for the next couple of minutes, it's going to be me just narrating what we're doing here in post, but don't worry, uh, I figured it out and I acknowledge it and apologize for it, and that'll be here in a couple minutes. So let's just kind of walk through what we're doing right now. So right now, I'm realizing that I put the Jeep too far away. We just don't have the size 8 actually in our inventory to put on a gear. So let's get that set up first. Going over to hooks, there's the 8. Make sure we bring that into our backpack. And then it's time to put it on one of our gear slots. So I'm thinking we're going to do that to our float setup, and we'll set it up with a hot dog. At least a start. We'll see how that pans out for us. And then I'm noticing that we don't have like the right lure to throw out and play with as we've got our feeder and float rod sitting in the water. So let's take a look at. Well, actually, I think the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to get the lines in the water, and then that'll give us time to discover what we want to use. All right, that's done. So what do we have? We have a size 8 spinnerbait, which I don't remember if it's on there. We don't have anything there. Size 10 frog. Not much else is the right size to get us properly in a lure setup. So we need to we're gonna go to the store and figure this out. So let's take a look at the bluegill again. We know it wants bloodworm, redworm, hot dog, but what else? It looks like tube. Tube is viable. Grub, cheese, eggs, bread, dough. Yeah, I think tube's going to be interesting here because I think we can go and get. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go back to the store. We're gonna go back to the store, and we're gonna buy some hooks and a tube. And this will get us started with a jig setup, which we have not done so far, but actually works really good for these small species. So the smallest tube we can get supports size 10 and 9. I didn't realize it at the time. I thought I was going to get a size 8, so I ended up purchasing both the 8 and the 9 hook. It's alright, it's a small mistake. All it really needs is that we're going to need to get a size 8 tube at some future time, but we're not going to need it for this fishing challenge at all. So get the 9 because since it's the rod that we're going to be using and catching, we want that to be the smallest hook out of the 3. So we're constantly catching fish while the 2 that's really doing the work is sitting in the water. So we purchased the lights hooks here. Normally I don't buy them. Actually I think the 8 is about as big as I get for those light hooks, and I normally buy the heavy ones because you're going to need to get that bait down deeper in the water quickly. So if you're going to buy jigging, jigging hooks, you're going to want the heavy ones, but for this small species, lights are just fine. And so now what we're going through is we're going to set it up. So we're not on a lure spinning rig anymore. We're going to move over to the jig head spinning rig setup. And fortunately, it's going to require all the same gear. So there's the line. We'll put the 8 on there, and then this is when I realized, shoot, I bought the wrong size tube. But hey, a 9 is fine. And in fact, that's what you're going to see us do here in just a second. Is get us switched over to that 9. Nope. When do I figure that out? There it is. Yep, we're just going to deal with it. Size 9 with a tube. Alright, now let's go back to our spot. And for us to get there properly, we need to fast travel close. And then we will fast travel directly to our van, just to save a couple of seconds of travel time. There we go. Alright, let's throw the lines back out into the water. There we go. Feeder's out with a size 7 hook. Float is out with a size 8 hook. And now we're going to use this size 9 tube. And we're going to be jigging with that already. And I think right here, I'm emphasizing how cool it is to just have it set to toggle. In fact, let's just do something here. We have a bite. I see a fish on that, and it's definitely not a bluegill. It's too big for a bluegill. So let's just reel this in. And it is, I understand how helpful it is to be able to see the fish coming after your line. Not gonna lie, it's actually a really nice size sunfish. But going forward, we're going to want to increase the length of the float depth so that we're not able to see what's fishing or what fish is going to be biting, and we can choose to ignore it or hook it, whatever. Yeah, I'm struggling there because it took me a while to realize that when you actually do increase the length between your float and your bait, it's harder to cast it out because your bait gets snagged on the environment. But we'll struggle with that for a little bit. But just know it's going to require a longer cast if you're going to do that. Alright, so now we've got our jigging set up out there with the size 9 tube, and under accessibility here, you can see that we switched it to toggle between twitching and jigging. We did that before with the twitching setup in the previous videos, but I'm just kind of emphasizing here again, a single press of X is all you need to get that rod going up and down. It doesn't require any manual effort. And look at that, another nice size green sunfish. And let's continue to try and get after this bluegill. Now, here's around the time I realized that we don't have any of our daily challenges set up. And fortunately, this is also getting closer when I realize we're on mute, so Future Geek is not going to be here for much longer. But we're going to grab the NE10 and NE6 fish. And since we're catching sunfish, we'll grab the 2 sunfish challenge as well. It's the same XP. And then over here, we do get lucky by seeing another sunfish challenge. It's 20 though. Hopefully we don't catch 20, but compared to the 110, I think this is the right choice for us. But yeah, for now, Future Geek, we'll catch you next time. Enjoy the rest of the video, and yeah, we'll try to be more professional. My God. Oh my goodness, this whole time I was on mute. This is so embarrassing. Oy. It's alright. I'll fix it in post. I had some minor technical challenges shortly after I got this video started that I had to pause what I was doing to come back to it. And in that process, I muted my mic. And I forgot to unmute it. But here we are. Here we are now, continuing to fish and going after the volume of sunfish. and just gonna try and continue to fish it out. I could throw out hot dog as well, but since we're already getting bites from the sunfish, it kind of makes me think that it might just increase the amount of sunfish and not really help us get any bluegill. Oh, we have something coming after us. Whoa, what is that thing? I yanked it straight out of the water. Ooh, that was funny. Oh man, that was funny. So we are just getting sunfish at the moment, but that's okay. Oh, here we go. What is this? That actually looks like it's a perch. I saw some yellow and I got excited. Still feeling good about our chances for bluegill. I don't think we need to pivot just yet. We've got all the right bait out there. Oh, here we go. That's a bite. Although that was an instant bite, so that tells me we're probably looking at a rock bass. Unless that's the pattern for a bluegill as well. I don't know. Whoa, look, yep, rock bass. I think bluegill nibble. What is going on? Okay, we're gonna switch angles here. Oh my goodness. It does not like the short cast. Alright, let's try a manual cast then. There's like some hidden obstacle over here that it does not like for casting purposes. We're gonna put that right in the shallows. Yes, there it is. Oh, I didn't check to see if I set if it kept the depth or not, but we'll see. Now on the other one that's got the size 7 hook, that's telling me right away, since we're not getting any bites on it, that's probably the gold size hook. So anything that bites on that rod, we're gonna jump on, even if we've got a fish on, because it's probably gonna be a good one. So I don't expect that one to get many bites, but when you do, it should be a good one. All right, let's try a different angle. Let's get that down. Let's get to jigging this one. I just realized that last cast I was talking but not jigging. Yeah, kind of juggling a lot at the moment, but I think we're okay. Excuse me, let me get some more of this delicious elixir. Very good. No bites. I usually do get bites with the bluegills in the daytime as well, so I do think the bites are going to pick up, not slow down, considering it's not quite noon yet, which is the default time for a daytime server. So we might well be on our way. Let's go. That was a bite. Sunfish? Oh, rock bass. The profile for the rock bass and the sunfish is pretty similar. It doesn't help that they're both very dark species. Hard to distinguish. I forgot all about rock bass. I got so excited when I purchased the tube because I'm thinking, oh, that's going to be perfect for the bluegill. And I do know of another bluegill spot, but again, I don't think it's going to count if we catch a bluegill somewhere else. And let's just kind of look at, see what's going to probably be next. Walleye. Oh yeah, the crappie. I forgot to check to see if that's a white. In fact, I'll do that now while we're fishing. Alright, keep casting it out there. Which one is that again? Oh, it's this, it's the 2. No, I don't think it's there. Come on, bites. We're dropping off in our bites here. Maybe we need to switch to a morning server. When we're just drying up bites like that, we wanna mix it up, not get stuck for too long. So let's exit out and let's switch over to. I'm gonna temporarily toggle to offline just so I can properly test the difference between daytime and morning. So we're now in a daytime server, and let's just see what our bites are like. Give this a couple of minutes. Extend the float. Pull that in. And 2 fish. Speed 1 jigging after it's sunk. Oh, we're getting a nibble immediately. And we have a bite. That was 1 nibble, so this could be it. Let's see. That's a nice sized perch, no joke. Size silver perch, it's pretty good. Alright, not what we were targeting, but hey, it was a bite. Let's bring that back in. Size 1 jigging, or speed 1 jigging, there we go. Okay, let's keep doing it. Another nibble. Let's get after it. That was another single nibble, so that it means it's probably going to be a perch. Nope, sunfish. Alright, let's try this again. I'm very happy with the bites right now because I know that both of those species are also morning time species, so that means that we're in a good spot here for that. Uh-oh, now we're not getting the bites. It's my fault for mentioning it. Let's try a different angle. There we go. Get on there. Nice looking rock bass, but not our target species. My controller is vibrating. That's weird. It's like vibrating, but there's no reason for it to vibrate. Hello. Ooh, man. I thought for sure that the size 9 tube was going to get us better bites than a size 8 tube, but I'm really glad we have the 9, because if we're not getting bites with bluegill on it, that might be because, well, I mean, if we had a size 8, it would even be harder to get the bluegill that we're looking for, because there'd be more rock bass trying to bite it, I think. And bigger ones. I don't know, maybe my theory is completely backwards. Almost cursed. Let's let this get down again. Oh, that's a perch coming for it. Sorry, buddy, it took too long. All right, let's try something different on this big hug here. Since I know it's going to take a while for us to get a bite, but let's actually try putting the bloodworm on it and see what happens. And the same for this. Wow, that went straight up into the sky. Let's put a bloodworm on this as well. And let's throw out 1 round of hot dog into the water. And I say 1 round because every time you throw out hot dog, you're throwing 10 at a time. So we've only got like a couple throws with this, but we're going to try 1. And let's see what that does as a difference maker for our tube fishing as well. Here we go. Let's just see what the difference is. It caught me in the middle of a drink, but there we go, another rock bass. Oh man, they love the tube. I was surprised by that, but the more I say it out loud, the less surprised I am. I mean, rock bass, they'll eat anything. What are you now? What are you now? Can we get our elusive bluegill? No, another rock bass. That was a 2 nibble, I think, on the other rod. Let's see what's here. Oh, what is it? Oh, another perch. Man, there are some very competitive species here. Not in our favor. Oh, we've already got a nibble. Oh, here we go. What's on the 7? Will you be our bluegill? Nope. That is a nice sized perch, though. If we needed a yellow one, or not a yellow one, a gold one, that is the size 7 is the way to go. Woo. I've never even seen a perch that size in real life. Like, I didn't look at the weight, but the just the way he was holding that fish and the size of that fish, I'm thinking, damn, that is a huge perch. I don't think I've ever seen one that big. They're just babies. Baby species. Oop, not jigging. Forgot to jig. There we go. Now we're jigging the reel. Man, we're not getting anything off of that. What else can we learn from the bluegill besides how elusive it is? Bloodworm, hot dog, pellets, lake mix. Oh, I didn't even think about lake mix. I wonder what else bites on the lake mix though. Let's see. We've got the sunfish. Actually, the rock bass. Oh, that would definitely bite lake mix. There it is, tube. Man, I could buy a grub. It's the least favorite is the grub out of that entire list. The sunfish also has the grub really late in its list of things. Where about the bluegill does the grub live? Kind of in the middle. Let's try that. Let's try a grub. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to the store and purchase a grub. And and by the way, I'm not all of a sudden shifting out of the mindset of not buying stuff and just kind of playing with it as it is. These are tackle. Like this type of tackle is stuff I still use even today whenever I'm targeting a particular species. I'll start with something small just to kind of help pass the time. So we're not wasting. We're definitely not wasting money. Um, where's the grub? This is the 7. We haven't. Oh, we don't even have a size for it. Actually, the grub is going to be too big. Yep, we can't go grub on that. It's too big. I think only the tube is actually in this size range. So we can't even do anything with that. And if I look at lures, there is a size 8 spinner, which is what we have. I don't think it likes spinners though. Let me go back to the handbook. Tube, grub, cheese, egg, leeches, minnow, and the Devarian spinner. Ah, that's kind of disheartening. I just want to see if we have a size 8 spinner. We don't, so let's purchase that as well. Because we're not like wasting our money with these things. I know that we're gonna need some of these also for trout fishing. So yeah, these are pretty cheap expenditures. Expenditures, I think that's the word. So we definitely have not flown off the handle when it comes to not spending money on gear. The primary element of that is really focusing on the super expensive rods and reels, especially when you're low level. So far, like we've done and proven in this series, is that you can do quite a lot and get to a pretty decent level without needing to spend very much coin at all. And I think that's actually been the most interesting and satisfying part. Oh, dang it! I forgot to lower the length of that float. And that's not for any. I don't think it does any difference on bites or anything like that. I think it's just so I don't see the fish. I don't want to see the fish swimming up to it. Size 1. There we go. Hit X, the jig. Let's go, bites. Wow. These challenges are no joke. I probably said that many times already. Uh, we can try we can try pellets. There we go. What's this? That is dangerously thrown out of the water. Another sunfish. Let's try pellets on the float. I think we can. Oh no, we can't. It's just gonna be a hot dog. I could try cheese. We're just gonna keep mixing it up until we find a combination that works for us. I'm gonna keep that on bloodworm though. I want to see what we get on that. Oops, I forgot to lower it. I can already see that that's a perch. Spoilers. Perch like cheese. Good size perch. 1.3 pounds basically. Come on, bluegill. It's kind of out of character for bluegill too. I mean, they are basically the type of, they eat just as good as rock bass. But then again, rock bass would eat a lot of bluegill. I would imagine it'd be hard for the bluegill to get pretty big in the waters with rock bass in it. One nibble, two nibbles. Man, I don't think that's gonna be it. Is this another perch? Oh, sunfish. Wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna switch to the hot dog. Oh my gosh, it did again. Whew. Oh wait, where did that bobber? Did you see that thing just fly out of the water? Is it in the water? Is it hanging? No, it's out of the water again. What is going on with this thing? Let's try different. Let's just try it from here instead. Let's try it from here instead. That's so bizarre. It doesn't even look like it's in the water. Maybe don't short cast with them. We're still within that yellow marker range. I don't see it appearing. How strange. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice we've already finished all of our dailies. I mean, if we finish some of these weeklies, that'd be good for our XP. I mean, we only need 16 more sunfish. But hey, catching rock bass is going to get us the XP for our weeklies in no time as well. So there's always an upside. If you look for it, you'll find one. But no bluegill. So we're going to fish this for a couple more minutes, and then we'll switch over to a morning server and see what that does for our bites. And we got a full gambit of stuff here on hook sizes, so I know we're not messing around with the wrong hooks. Bluegill are definitely a small hook species, so I have no doubt that we've got the right size out here represented. It's just a matter of when. And I don't think I want to mess with, I felt the vibration. Yep. I was right. So it's not a rock bass because we got it. Well, maybe. No, we had a nibble. I just didn't hear it, but I felt it. Sunfish. Man, these sunfish. Watch, when I need to catch a sunfish, I won't be able to. Actually, you know what? Let's switch to the servers now. Let's give that a shot and see what difference it makes. Fish that for a few minutes. Let's try morning. Alright, let's see how this does for us. Let's get the... We're just going to fish off. I don't want to deal with that. I just don't want to deal anymore with the whole not hitting water issue. Oh, nope. Let's extend that one again. Whoop. I'm still doing it. It's so bizarre. This is the weirdest issue. I think it's because the length of like because I'm extending the bait from the bobber, it's catching on the environment, the ground or something, and that's why I can't short cast it. I think that's what's going on. All right, morning time server. All lines are in the water. What will be the first bite of the day? Someone's thinking rock bass. Anyone thinking sunfish? Who's with me and thinking it's going to be the infamous bluegill? Perch, maybe? What is it going to be? Apparently, we're not going to find out on the first cast. I take that back. What is it? On the size 8 float, we have a perch. Welcome back, Mr. Perch. We missed you. What else can we try? Let's see. Rock bass will eat anything. I don't want to throw a minnow out there. I just don't want to throw a minnow out there. We could throw hot dog if I'm not throwing hot dog already. Bloodworm, hot dog pellets. Pellets is a bottom, actually. Let's. Oh, you know what we can do? I have a diabolical plan. We're gonna switch up the size hook on our bottom feeding. Let's. Ooh. Let's try this. We'll do a size 9. Oh, that's not the right size hook. That's a jig hook. Let's take the 8 off of here. I'm just gonna give it a 9 anything. And let's put the 8 on the bottom feeding. And oh, we don't even have any pellets. What else is it like? Let's just put boilies for now. Because we can get pellets. Alright. Pellets. Grub cheese. Bread, dough, marshmallow. I don't think I'll do that just yet. Let's try something else. Let's try not the wafers, the bread. I didn't see boilies on that list. Alright, let's try bread and then we'll go to marshmallow. Maybe we're approaching the arrogance of the big size hook at the bottom. Too much. Alright, now let's give the 9. Actually, let's put the 7 back on it. No, I'm okay with a 9. Let's put the 9 marshmallow out there just so we can test both baits and see what we get. There we go. Alright, let's see how this works for us. Now the bottom fish I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the pellets. I thought we had pellets, which is a feeder bait. So if both of these don't prove to be helpful, then we'll switch it up and go back to the store and buy some pellets, because those are again not expensive for us to just get 10 and try it. And I'm pretty confident I'm right about the morning versus daytime thing, because we have not gotten many bites at all. So let's also go back to the daytime server. I think that's money. I think that's been proven to be good. Yes, I did get that stuff. Okay, let's do it. So we're going back to daytime, and I'll turn it back online as well. I think we're okay with that. Daytime. I think I only turned it off. I only made us go offline because I really wanted to test the specific 6 and noon time slots, and I didn't want to be affected by the server change. All right, the bread is out. Oh, I forgot about that. Marshmallow is also out. Come on, Marshy. Marshmallow's out. And we'll just continue to tinker around with our tube, because obviously the tube is not the solution, but it's fun. We already have a bite on the float. That's the one with the marshmallow on it. That's one nibble. That's two nibbles. This might be it. This might be it. This might be it. That felt different. Oh, what a jerk. I got excited. I got so excited. We'll give it another cast or two. Oh, I got excited on that one. Whew. Nothing on the tube. Let's try again. There should be no difference for us casting out anyways. Really, the shallow water is going to be right along the edge here. So we also might be, if we really need to jump into the shore, we can go closer to the shoreline there. In fact, it's probably not a bad idea to try. So for us to get there from here, I kind of need to aim way to the left. So let's give that a shot. What are you? Whoa, sunfish. Sunfish. Alright, let's try it. Let's put you up. Let us get you pointed straight there. And same with you. We're going to have to just deal with the ability to see it, because I need to cast in the right spot. So we're going super, super shallow. One feet of water. What happens next? Man, I just love all this experimentation. The trial and error. The proven and disproven hypotheses. Man, fishing's fun. Come on, bites. It did say bread, right? I'm not crazy on that. Yes, it was bread above the marshmallow. See, we're not getting bites on anything else, which means that it's probably the right bait. We'll see. In fact, I'm thinking about throwing another batch of hot dog out there just to see what we get. I need another sip. Let's give that a shot, actually. Excuse me. Really targeting this shallow water. I'm really interested to see if this really light blue stuff makes a difference. Although the float's kind of edging itself out away from where we're going. So I will recast that. Oh, what were you? Dang it, that thing looked like a bluegill, didn't it? Oh, I ran out of line. I wonder if I can get it to bite again. What was that? Oh my goodness, it keeps biting right at the last second and I can't cast it in. That was definitely not a bluegill. Oh, that's 3 bites. That's 3 nibbles right there. Did you see that? Uh-oh, uh-oh. This could be it. 3 nibbles was definitely different. Bluegill! Let's go! Alright. Marshmallow in the really blue, light blue. That was it. We have a hot dog out there. Let's see if we can just repeat it. Might as well, right? Right there. Right in the shallows with a marshmallow. Size 8, I believe, is on this one. Yeah, size 8. No, that's a size... I think it's a size 9. So, oh, actually, we have to get a silver bluegill. So we are on the right track. We are on the right track. I got excited because it was a bluegill. But it was the wrong size bluegill. So we have to keep trying. And I think I did get a bluegill going after my tube. But I ran out of... it bit the dang thing when it was too close to me and I couldn't bring it in. Rock bass. Oh, that was it though. The marshmallow was the jam. Here we go. That looks like a bluegill. It is. It's a bronze bluegill. So we definitely need to be on a size 8 at this point, but we're not going to go back to the store and buy another hook. So we're just going to deal with it and eventually we'll catch a silver on this bronze size hook. But now we've got the right target out. So we have to fish in the light blue stuff. Gotta fish the light blue stuff. Hands down, that's been the difference maker. Let's get this one out there. Because we have seen 0 bluegill until we switched to this light blue side of the shoreline. And now we're catching bluegill. Well, we were catching bluegill. Come on, come on. We definitely don't need the 7 out there anymore. The 8 is the way to go, because the 9s were just getting us bronzes. 1 nibble. That's not a bluegill. Not a bluegill. It's a nice sized sunfish though. Take it. I'm gonna throw another batch of hot dog, because that seemed to help. Why can't I? There we go. Oh, because I'm out of hot dog. It was glitching out for a second there. On the edge. Super edge. Oh, man. That was a good cast, too. 1 bite, 1 nibble. Second nibble. Did we get a third one? Third nibble. This is the size 8 hook rod, too, by the way. This is it. This should be the bluegill that we're after. Looks mighty nice. Oh, that's it. Yes, let's go. Silver bluegill. As soon as we threw the hot dog out on the size 8 hook, you pick your poison between the bread and the float. But that was the magic combination. And I'll repeat it one more time. Throwing out the hot dog, that helped. If you have it, great. Aim for the really light blue stuff with a size 8 hook and your choice of bread and marshmallow, because those were the 2 baits that we caught the bluegill on. Otherwise, you're just risking perch, sunfish, and rock bass with basically any other preferred bait choice of the bluegill. So we're done here. Man, I can't believe that we spent a video on it, but we did. So in our next video, we are going to go after... well, we'll figure that out in the next video. Until then, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Stay hooked. Bye.